coffee cup tale for you today. This is a true story about what happens when you take a bad line. Because sometimes when you do, the mountain bike gods will reach down, pick you up, and just slam you into a lesson that you won't forget. So grab your mug, take a sip, and settle in. Because this story isn't about perfect rides or clean landing. This is a story about two riders getting their first real taste of downhill riding at Snowshoe Bike Park. It starts like every great ride goes, with caffeine, chaos, and a whole lot of confidence. But as you'll soon hear, by the end of that weekend, only one of them walks away. So, alright, let's get into it. Riding shotgun, a coffee mug's tale. Yeah, I've been here before. Hot coffee filling me up at 6 a.m., steam rising, and watching Stacy run around like a chicken with her head cut off, trying to get ready for this trip. The idea of her being on time is a complete joke. But today, she's extra determined. She just wants to make sure that she has all the equipment for her bike. She's made about 6 trips to the garage already, and I'm about half empty now. And I can hear her yelling from the bedroom, her voice muffled because she's got her helmet on for some reason. Oh my God, where are my riding pants? And she's tearing through the drawers, throwing stuff everywhere. 5 minutes later, she's in the kitchen, opening the pantry, looking for my riding pants. Yep, I'm sitting here on the counter thinking, lady, your pants are not hiding in the cereal boxes. And then the shoe situation. Let's not even get started on this. How does someone misplace just their right shoe? Just the right one. Not both shoes, not the left one. It's always the right one specifically. She's hopping around on one foot, wearing the left shoe, checking under the couch in the bedroom, even opening the refrigerator. But I've been her coffee mug for 3 years now, and I've seen some things. This is peak Stacy chaos. Needless to say, she was an hour late getting on the road. Only an hour. They were supposed to leave at 7 a.m. to go pick up Judy because they're planning to go ride Snowshoe Bike Park for the first time. Not just the first time to snowshoe. Judy's been there before, but Stacy's first time. And she's been talking about it for months. Every morning, while I'm filled with coffee, she's watching YouTube videos of snowshoe trails, talking to herself about line choices and features. I'm kind of over it. But before we can even think about leaving, there's this ritual. The bike cleaning ritual. She's got her nice Yeti 575 bikes in the stand in the garage. It's already clean, but it needs to be cleaner. This bike is her baby. Beautiful machine, I gotta say. Even from my perspective as a coffee cup, I can still appreciate it. It's got some Sun Ringle Black Label rims. I can appreciate it. Sun Ringle Black Flag rims. She's converted to a 110 drivetrain, and she loves telling everybody who will listen about this. She's got her Shimano XT rear derailleur, a narrow wide chainring. Simpler, cleaner, less to go wrong. But I'm sitting on this counter while she's cleaning it, detailing it. She's got her little brushes, her chain cleaner, her special little bike soap. She washes it down. Every tube gets wiped, checking every bolt, spinning the wheels to make sure they're true. She's obsessed with these wheels. But she babies them like they're made of glass. Meanwhile, I'm getting cold. My coffee getting that weird skin on the top that happens when you ignore the beverage for 45 minutes because you're busy cleaning a bike that's already spotless. Finally, we're on the road. The Yeti is strapped to the roof rack, all the gears crammed in the back of her 4Runner, and I am secure in a cup holder. I'm on the dash now, back in the cup holder, and we're on our way to go pick up Judy. They're outside Ann Arbor right now. Judy lives in some little town I can never remember the name of. Something about having to extend the trip comes up in conversation. Apparently, there's some storm coming through, but now they can ride around it. I don't know the full details. But driving from Michigan to West Virginia is no joke. Hence why Stacy's already on her cup of coffee. First cup was on me back at the house. Second cup is in a Yeti Rambler tumbler in the other cup holder. I try not to get jealous, but that thing keeps coffee hot for 6 hours. It's basically cheating. Long drive, really long, 8 hours if you're lucky. Longer if you hit traffic around Pittsburgh. But they talked the whole way. Judy brought her bike too. It's what was that? A 9-us, because 29, 9er, RIP 9. Beautiful bike, 29-inch wheels, some Industry 9 hubs. You can hear those things from a mile away. The angry bee sound. She's got her SRAM brakes. The whole bike is basically a work of an art. And she and Stacy have this ongoing trash talk about their bikes. Stacy claims 26-inch wheels are more playful, or more fun in the tight stuff. Judy swears by her 29ers. Oh, they roll over everything like a monster truck. They argue for an hour somewhere in Pennsylvania. All right, we arrive. I get taken to the room. I get set on the counter in this very small efficiency room. Somebody's condo that they're renting for the weekend. Beautiful place up here in Snowshoe. You can see the mountain from the balcony, the lift towers, the trails cutting through the trees, and the temperature's perfect. Cool enough that you might need a light jacket in the morning, but warm enough to ride in short sleeves by afternoon. Yep, that evening, just to wind down from the drive, they decided to go sit in the hot tub, and I get to come along with them because nothing spells relaxation like chamomile tea and a hot tub in the evening to relax. And I can hear them talking about, they want to hit the ball hooter first, work their way over to the Western Territory, maybe session some jump lines. Stacy's nervous. I can hear it in her voice, even over the bubbles of the hot tub. This is her first real trip to the bike park experience. She's ridden plenty of trails back in Michigan, but Snowshoe's a little different. It's technical, and it's got some big features. Tomorrow morning comes, I provide that first nice cup of coffee, but they are out the door at 8 a.m., and I get left behind on the counter, staring at some dirty dishes. I got such a great view, but whatever. I sit here waiting, staring, listening to the distant sounds of people running around, people yelling. They come back at lunch, have another cup of coffee, eat some sandwiches, and then they're back out. And they come back around 4, both of them absolutely buzzing with energy. Stacy's talking a mile a minute about the runs they did, the features they hit, and the lines they cleared. Her bike is covered in mud. There's a new scrape on the down tube, but she's grinning ear to ear. Judy's bike is even dirtier. They both crack some bubbly waters, sit on the balcony, and replay every run, every corner, every rock garden. One more, Judy says. We've got time for one more run. Stacy looks at her watch. It's almost 5 p.m. Lift stops running at 6. Skyline, Judy suggests. I hear her. Stacy hesitates. Skyline is the famous trail here at Snowshoe. The one with all the videos, the one with steep chutes, off-camera bruises, the rock faces. They all belong on Red Bull Rampage highlight reel. It's expert level training. I don't know, Stacy says. Come on, Judy pushes her. I can hear peer pressure a mile away. You've been riding great all day. You're ready for this. And that's how it happens. They finish their bubbly waters, sit back, and head out for that one last run. I really don't see what happens. Again, I'm left behind, waiting. Man, do I hear about it later. I piece it together from phone conversations and the frantic energy when they come bursting back through the door. Stacy comes walking in with Judy draped over her shoulder. Judy gets thrown on the couch. Lots of commotion now. Judy's pants are off. They had to cut them off apparently. All I can hear is screaming and crying, and what I put together from the phone conversation with the urgent care clinic is this. Judy talked Stacy into going down one last run on Skyline, the famous trail. And something about Judy not taking the right line when she left, when she should have gone right, got too much speed going into the corner, and as punishment, the mountain bike gods themselves reached out, grabbed her by the legs, and just slammed her against the tree. The big joke, if you can call it that, is that she hit the tree so hard there was bark embedded in the bolts of her stem. Bark. Her beautiful little Niner with those Industry 9 wheels, the bike that she loves more than most people. The whole bike, whole front of it is just trash. Front wheel's tacoed. Yep, the front wheel is, the fork is probably bent. There's a crack in the head tube. There's a crack just behind the head tube. Yeah, it's done. The bike's finished. And all I hear over the next hour is Stacy trash talking. But it's kind of that nervous trash talk, the kind you do when you're scared but trying to keep things light. And you hit that tree like you were trying to give it a hug. I thought you said 29ers roll over everything. But she's also on the phone with Judy's husband, trying to explain what happened. She's icing Judy's knee, helping her get comfortable, running out the pain meds from the pharmacy. Yeah, Judy's alive, sort of. She's lying on the couch, popped up on pillows, her legs elevated. The trip's over for her. One day of riding, one spectacular crash. Now she's got to figure out how to get home. They're leaving tomorrow instead of Tuesday, but it's a couple weeks later when I actually see the full damage. Stacy put her phone down on the counter and I actually got to see the picture of Judy's leg. The whole right side is black, not bruised, black. Like somebody took a paint roller and covered her from sternum to her calf. I mean, she's completely bruised. The kind of bruising that makes you wince when you look at it. And she's going to need knee surgery after the crash. The impact tore something. ACL, MCL, CL, KCL. Not really sure. not a doctor, just a coffee mug. But it's bad, really bad. But here's the thing about mountain bikers. From what I can say and understand, they're insane. The best possible way. 2 weeks after that crash, after Judy's scheduled for surgery, after she's posted pictures of her bruises on Instagram with captions like, Snowshoe 1, Judy 0. And I'm sitting on the counter this morning watching Stacy put new valves on her wheels. She's already planning her next trip. It's going to be a good day, she says to herself. Well, to me. To no one. We're going to go for a good ride. And you know what? I believe her. Because that's what they do. Mountain bikers, they crash, they bruise, they break bikes, they break bones. It's madness. It's, from a coffee cup's point of view, it's just, I don't know, adrenaline-fueled madness. Sort of beautiful, I guess, but still madness. But yeah, I just sit on the coffee mug stew and hold hot beverages, and I watch the chaos from my ceramic perspective. But I've learned something being Stacy's mug. Mountain biking really isn't about the bikes, or the trails, or even riding. It's apparently about that feeling of being alive and challenging yourself against terrain that doesn't care if you make it or not. Judy will be okay. She'll have her surgery, she'll heal, and they'll be out back riding. Judy will probably get herself a new bike. She said something about an Ibis. Who knows? And Stacy, she's already watching the Skyline video 12 more times, studying the line, figuring out why the hell Judy went wide. All day they went to the inside, and for some reason, she went wide. Yep, they'll go ride one day again. And me, I'm just going for a long. I keep the coffee hot, and I just watch a show, and honestly, I wouldn't want it any other way. All right, thanks for listening. That's another great coffee cup story with a part true, part fiction, but nonetheless a great story. If you have your own story about a riding experience, we'd love for you to share. Just go to our website, you'll see it. There will be a share button. Click on it, and let us know your story. And thanks for listening.